Back with some base crisis core. Look at that Buster Sword!
Look at that Junon! Do,
chest I don't need.
Yeah, at this point for you, it's like, why would you pick up anything? So, how's everyone doing today in YouTube land? Hope everyone's having a good day, or night, or evening. 18,000, 40,000, whatever.
Eh.
Get out of my face.
I will say that, the second... I kind of was explaining this last part, but the second you get Costly Punch, it doesn't matter if you're level 70 or you're level 1. You're gonna do 99,000 damage, as long as you have one of the damage break items on. And like even without it, you're gonna do 9,999, which still like one-shots most of everything.
Yes,
black,
ooh, look at that ground. That's my favorite ground. Aw.
Yeah, I kind of unfortunately...
Yes!
I kind of remember that Junon and the place after this, there's a lot of cutscenes that kind of mess up. And I just don't understand it, because otherwise this game is just perfect emulation, but cutscenes are just so wonky sometimes.
That's so good, dude. He, like, Genesis appears, doesn't say a word, comes running at you.
That was obviously a copy.
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, imagine if they just killed off Genesis right there.
Well, I was thinking that maybe it was, like, knocked off,
yeah.
knocked out or something like that. But it's still, I mean, even if you fought the real Genesis, he'd still die in one hit.
That did happen last part, literally.
Soldier 3rd class. Get out of my face, plebeian.
Okay, so now here. Mail!
Check your 2006 flip phone.
So now that it's been a while, what's your thoughts on the Final Fantasy VII Remake YouTube land? It's a game that exists, and I wish I could talk about it more, but Spencer hasn't finished it. But it sure is a game.
I have not finished it yet. I know it's been, I think 2 weeks and a couple days since it came out, but I like to take my time on stuff, and I don't really have any other major newer games that are like interest me like right now. So like,
yeah, there's like,
and Last of Us 2, I was like, oh, I'll have a month to beat it till Last of Us 2 comes out, but Last of Us 2 got delayed however long. So, I mean, obviously I have a million old games to play, but I do like to have like a new, like a current game that's going on to play. I started Doom and got like 30 minutes in and was just like, it's just not a game that's for me. It was fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not like my type of game. So, Doom Eternal, that is.
Yeah, Doom, I'm sort of in the crossroads for that game because I want to play it, but I want to play it on PC, but I also don't want to spend like money. And that's why like I'm like maybe I'll just borrow it to play on console, but I was like I don't want to play on console. So like I can't win.
Yeah, it's what I like FF7 because for the most part I can kind of just turn my brain off while playing it. For the most part.
Yeah, Doom Eternal seems like it's.
Yeah, Doom. I was like, I had to
game.
focus like every second, even like 10 minutes into the game. You have to like be like way on top of your game, and just over the last month I've been like, with all the work and kids being homeschooled and all that stuff, I'm just like, dude, yeah. I do not. I think that's why when I found Disaster Report and it's kind of like another like easy to go through game, I was like, great.
Dude, look at this huge tank. How am I gonna have a chance at all?
It's all over. Dang that Hollander!
What's your thoughts on Hollander and how amazing he is? What a memorable character.
Who's Hollander again?
That's the scientist who lived in Hojo's shadow.
The guy we just saw like a second ago?
Yeah, we're chasing him.
What's your thoughts on Zhang?
What? You mean Sung?
Sung?
Yeah.
It looks like. It looks like Zang.
He's probably the most boring Turk. Oh,
Oh.
hey, it's Cloud. You doing okay, buddy?
I'm sick.
Question,
Yeah.
question mark? Who is that?
Hey, Cloud, how comes every other soldier grunt has a helmet on except for you?
I don't even think he's in Soldier. I think he's just like a Shinra Grunt.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Man, Cloud's such a loser. You can't even like fly in helicopters. How does he become the protagonist of Final Fantasy VII? He's such a loser.
Got them Mako eyes, bruh. I'm gonna run from you.
Okay, so this section right here, there's actually a completely optional and missable cutscene with base Cisne after this, and I think it's cool. Oh yeah, I have to do this entire boring thing. Alright, so I have to just kill these things one by one so they don't attack the gate.
You punched his butt.
So, Spencer, what do you want to talk about?
So here's what I've been thinking about. What pizza should we get tomorrow for Ferris's birthday? That's what I've been thinking about.
Anchovy.
It's also, well, no, I meant like what place. It's also Sunday, so not everything's open around here. And also, you know, the stuff going on in the world, not everything's open. So I'm like, what pizza should we get?
We should get him the cheapest, crappiest frozen pizza at Amelia's.
Amelia's, oh my god, no!
Yeah, not even just like regular grocery store. It has to be Amelia's.
Dude, I literally have not been to Sharp Shopper or Walmart since this whole nonsense started.
Oh, really? You haven't been to Walmart?
Oh no, not in the past like 6 weeks. We tried to, so we sometimes do the pickup order thing, and they've been so busy that we were like, oh, we got it ordered ready, and we're like, all right, let's try to set it up for tomorrow. They had no spots for the next 6 days. They were like, you can do it next Sunday, and we're like, what?
Well, yeah, for a place like Walmart, I guess it makes sense.
And also no Sharp Shopper because I figure that place is also like insanity. So I've been a Redditor's boy the last month. I'm cheap, and I like to be cheap and get, you know, go to like the more discount grocery places, especially since the kids just freaking eat hot dogs and noodles anyway, you know? But I cannot, right now, with all the nonsense in the world, go into a freaking Walmart. I can't do it. For my sanity, not even for health things, for sanity.
I haven't been in a Walmart in 8 years.
We have to go all the time just because the kids eat so friggin' much. Constantly.
Eating food. Thank God it's over.
30! But, yeah, I've been a Redditor's boy. I was a Wise boy for a little, but then they shut down the only reason that I would go in, which is like the ready-made deli stuff. It's like all completely shut down.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Which, like, the whole reason I would go in is to get groceries, but then be like, oh, I'm gonna get sushi or a sub or whatever. Because their ready-made stuff's awesome, but no. Also, if you're not from our area, Redditor's and Wise are grocery stores. They're like...
Yeah.
They're, like, big enough to have, like, a couple dozen stores in our, like, general area, but they're obviously not big enough to be, like, nationwide or anything like that. You know, like that kind of level. I love the texture of her hair. It looks like it's just, like, dirty?
Yeah, it's, like, very art JPEG-y. I don't know.
It makes it look like it's, like, a mop top.
It's weird because they obviously put like so much effort into Zach's hair.
Oh yeah.
Like look at Zach's hair.
You gotta.
Even her, like, look at her ear. It's also like pixelated and weird.
Question of the part. Alex Swingle. Who, by the way, Alex figured out how to start commenting on our stuff again. I don't know if I told you, but Alex's comments weren't showing up. He was like, hey, I've been leaving, like... He actually messaged the Facebook page and was like, hey, I don't know if you saw, but, like, I've been leaving, like, a couple comments a week, and I think there's been a problem with them. And I looked at the page and I was like, I don't see any. So I guess YouTube's been being weird, but he was like, I figured it out. I have to do it on Opera, like the browser Opera, and then it shows up. Here's the funny part. I saw it, and I loaded it in Chrome, and I tried to respond to it, and I typed it up and put reply, and it, like, completely went away. So I have to reply back to him in Firefox, because YouTube right now is insanity.
And you know what's really cool? Chrome and YouTube are both made by Google, so you'd figure it'd work the best on Chrome.
Nope.
But nah.
Yeah, so literally, and, like, another thing that's really weird is that, and I've restarted the computer plenty of times, Chrome, when I go to YouTube Studio, which is the place where, like, you, like, upload videos and, like, edit them stuff, on Chrome, it'll just, like, when I click the button, it'll just, like, load forever. And it only does it on this computer. It doesn't do it on the computer at the store.
Spencer, do you remember that?
Although it is Chromium.
You know in the original FF7 when you raise that
oh, yeah.
little platform, it does a whole FMV for it every time?
Yep.
Oh, how nice cutscene. Oh, how times have changed.
My favorite cutscene of all time is when you're on the train in the beginning of the game where they show the train, like, going around the corner. It's like a 6-second cutscene, but it's the best cutscene of all time.
It is, yes.
Hollander must be that way. See ya, Guard Scorpion. The fight that takes like friggin' 15 minutes in
That's far enough.
the remake.
Really? You sure?
Hey!
Whoa.
What is
What a
he?
madman. Convenient.
Maybe he saw those people. Shut it down.
Mission failed. This goes on your permanent record.
Huh? Sephiroth? Long time no see.
Let the Turks take care of the rest. I was on my way to Modeo.
What about long time no
I heard
pee?
you were in the area.
That's a
Lucky
good one.
me.
Even Sephiroth's hair is
Situation
like...
not resolved. Genesis copies.
It's not as bad as that girl's, but it's still like not... Look at Zach's
Yeah, they tried
flowing
so hard.
locks.
I doubt those
Hey,
Genesis
I'm
copies.
Zach.
Did Genesis really die?
Look at Sephiroth's freaking I probably said this last time, but his
His eyes.
eyelashes are like
They've been cited in
are like,
as well.
yes, I have the longest eyelashes in the world.
The slums too.
Oh, question of the part. I think I got really off track. What retro game should I play next, lads? What game should I get ready after Disaster Report? If I catch up enough, it's going to be Pokemon Red, so I can finally finish that LP. Probably every like 3 or 4 months, I'm like, I should finish that Pokemon LP, and then I just like put it away.
What's going
And
on
in
with
bad
that?
news, I went to go load it the other day, and I actually did load it once and was playing a little, and then went to go play it again like an hour later, and it was like, the file is destroyed, and I was like,
You
cool.
can just recreate it and make it exactly how it was.
Well,
It
I'm
doesn't sound like a bunch of work.
not doing exactly that, but I know where I was because I went back and watched the old videos. So I'm right near Blaine, so it's really not a huge deal. I'm just worried about the file corrupting again. But I also let it go for 4 years without playing it, so I'm sure that's probably something to
My
do with
friend.
it.
Your desire is the bringer of life.
Oh, Genesis is
The
the
gift
coolest
of the goddess.
character. Literally holding an
Legend
apple and
shall speak
repeating
of
poetry.
sacrifice at world's end. The wind sails over the water's surface. Quietly, but surely.
Epic.
Look at his one wing.
And he's on
Look
the
at
Junon
Sister
cannon.
Ray.
He's on the Sister Ray. So epic, dude. That's the kind of guy who just He's gonna stand there with his back towards you, and you're gonna walk in the room, and he's gonna say, "I've heard about you."
I like how one of your options after the chapter is done is to delete your save file. Why would you ever want to do that?
Delete. See ya. Even the way the characters move in cutscenes really reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. Like the way he put his hands how he crossed his arms, really reminds me of how they would do it.
It might have been the same team.
Zach!
It wouldn't surprise me. The next Kingdom Hearts game that came out after this, Birth by Sleep on the PSP, is a game that I hate. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same team. I don't hate this game. I just think it's average.
I mean, you would not play it at all if it wasn't FF7, right?
No.
Like, that's the big key. What is happening? Hi?
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of what the purpose of this cutscene is. Because you saw last part that Angeal died, but here's an Angeal copy that seems to have some sort of weird sentience.
Was it protecting us?
I guess it just wants to let you know that
Probably.
Angeal's copies are alive, I guess. But they're degrading. Very valuable.
Looks like it's degrading.
Poor thing.
Does this mean Angeal is out there too?
No. He gone. See ya. Oh, look how many wings it has.
It was so... I don't know. Sad.
What'd you come here to do?
So, a flower wagon. Let's make one.
Yeah, but...
Don't worry.
Oh yeah, I have to do this.
Can you hear me? Stay right where you are.
Because I gotta do something with my girlfriend.
I'll take care of things.
So, that flower wagon. Let's do it.
Okay. Very weird cutscene.
Hello, the flower wagon, Zach.
I guess Ares is just trying to cheer up Zach, but I don't know, it's just really weird.
Do you literally have anything else in your mind except for this flower wagon?
So this part you can make 3 flower wagons, but we're just gonna make the first one because it doesn't matter. The scenes that you get after the extra 2 wagons are not worth it.
Okay. Question of the part.
Alright, so...
How are your flower wagons doing? Are they okay? Gonna paint the wagon. Gonna paint it fine. That's some Simpsons season 10 for you, folks. What season are they on? 30 something?
Why is it still going? Just let it go.
Yeah, for the longest time, even 10, 12, 15 years ago, I was like, how's it, here's the perfect way it should end. Now I'm like, I don't even care.
And animated shows, even something like Family Guy, is probably not the cheapest thing to make. You still have to pay all the voice actors and the animators.
The crazy thing for
everything.
Simpsons specifically is that the voice actors get a lot. I'm talking the main 3 or 4 people get literally, I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this, over $1 million an episode or something crazy.
What?
No, it's ridiculous. I don't have my phone.
I want to be Simpsons voice actor now.
I don't have my phone on me, but
5 minutes of work for $1 million.
It's crazy high amount, and I'm like, how does Fox still make money on this? Who still watches The Simpsons weekly, where they can put I don't know, $10 million into an episode? Sure, they make a lot of money on syndication, But if they make a lot of money in syndication, why are they like? Why do they have to spend so friggin' much on the newer ones? Even if the animation is all like computer animated and done like overseas for cheaper or whatever, like the voice actors get so much. Because at this point they've been doing it so long that they're like, if we're gonna do this dumb show, we're gonna have to get really paid. That's what I would say. What's this on the ground?
Yeah, this part's boring, so I'm probably gonna speed through it.
You literally can, for all I care, like literally use the fast speed thing.
I will say that the next part after this random filler part that they added is probably the coolest part in the game.
Yeet. Well, you better speed past this then, because with timing, you only got like 20 minutes left, and who knows? Take it. Hey, is Zach literally Kevin? What was his name? Like, what was that guy's name? Hess in the last game in Disaster Report.
Keith
What was his last name?
Helm.
Is he Keith Helm?
I like how you
Just played it.
You made a joke while
I
we were
told you.
opening it about ask you tomorrow, but literally just ask you 5 minutes later.
Dude, it's so generic.
Oh god, I didn't notice.
Keith Helm.
Oh yeah, this part. Okay, so they like retroactively make the name of Seventh Heaven Zach's idea.
Ugh.
I don't know why they did this, and I hate it. Because this guy's like, hey, I'm gonna make a bar in Sector 7 slums. But I don't know what the name is.
So what if you name it the other stuff? Does he just say, I hate that name?
Well, I chose the first one. He's like, too bad. That sounds boring.
Oh god, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is the most, like, nostalgia pandering, weird prequel thing in the world.
Oh, and underneath it is gonna be a secret room. Like, dude, come on. To say it is so lame.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna make this bar in Sector 7. Yeah, and we're gonna have a secret room because I just like telling people that. Like, dude, please.
Speed up. So I had to find the tires. And they're all the way over here, and Zach really likes to jog.
Dude. I love this speed up thing.
It's pretty cool, especially when your movement speed is so slow. That's at least one good thing about the remake, is Cloud's fast. Alright, is that it? Or do I have to find something? Oh, I think I have to find the manual, but it's right where the church is.
Hey, you found tires. Lastly, the instructions.
Yeah,
Yes,
I just don't
I
understand.
too like fetch quests. Like what percentage are you through the game? Like 60, 70%?
Yeah, there's only 11 chapters, and I think I'm on chapter 7 or 8.
Okay, so you're like 65% through the game, and it's like, hey, how about this fetch quest randomly?
Yeah. And like, I can understand it if they're like doing more stuff with Eris, but like literally you're just like, Eris like, hey, build a flower wagon, and we'll do one scene with it. So it doesn't even feel natural that like Zack and Eris really care about each other, which is really disappointing.
Cool.
Yeah, and this one, they don't even like really give you a hint of where it is. Oh wait, no, they do. They say it's in his helmet thing that you find right here, but then I skipped.
You're called street smarts, big guy. See a random kid.
Yeah, literally generic kid, doesn't even have a name, doesn't have a unique model. Very necessary.
Just play the whole game on advanced speed. The punches would look so funny. Let's start making the flower wagon.
Oh, by the way, Keith Helm, way better at making stuff than stupid Zach.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Keith Helm made an amazing raft out of, like, what?
Literally
like,
nothing.
random lumber.
Not quite what I expected.
Really? I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's all about the flowers anyway.
I want a nicer one.
Stop being so picky.
Me.
A tiny little wish. That's all.
They're tiny, but you have lots, right?
That's right. Want to hear?
How many you got?
23?
Are you ready for 23 side quests?
Write them down, so I don't forget.
I'm just kidding, you don't do that.
That'd be based.
There are new developments.
What?
Headquarters, now.
Thanks, Sung.
Work stuff?
Sadly.
Work sucks. I know.
Here.
She left me flowers by the slums.
Smile.
See ya.
Legions of monsters have spawned near a regional Mako reactor. The workers have all gone missing.
Hey, that's what
Local
FF7's
soldier
world looks
operatives
like.
have also vanished. The company is dispatching additional operatives to investigate the matter. You and I, that is.
Roger that.
Do you know what some of the fan theories I like about,
Well,
like,
you know.
how, like,
I thought you found something out about
how some of the Final Fantasy, like, universes,
The
like,
missing operatives.
mesh in with
the
each
ones
other?
tracking Mazuma.
How certain games were, like, thousands of years in the past, and,
Also,
you know.
They had reported a
I don't
strange
have any off the top of my head, but, like, I remember, like, it's like FF7 and 8 are, like, in the same universe, but, like,
probably the
8's,
same
like,
device
way in the
that was
future
stolen
after
in
7.
That's stupid.
And I don't know, it's just funny. Like, it's funny to read.
Hollander.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I believe in them, but it's just like, I mean,
We'll have to go see.
look at Zelda, you know.
Let's go.
They had to make a specific timeline that's all weird and funky. At least this FF7 timeline does not involve,
Men are ready to go.
Understood.
time travel at all, so at least it can be like, okay, well, this might sound stupid, but, I don't know, FF10 is on a world at the other end of the galaxy. You know what I mean? Just whatever.
happens.
Or, like, which one, like, it'd be interesting if, like, Final Fantasy 9, which is, like, more of an old school one, was actually, like, a newer one, because, you know,
Loyal to soldier.
I don't know.
I mean, they do that same concept in Final Fantasy X, where, like, Titus, 1,000 years in the past, is in, like, the most advanced city in the world.
There we go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So it'd be like FF7 happened, and then eventually, because everything gets so crazy with the Mako, that it becomes all old school again, like FF9, you know, and that's actually 1,000 years in the future. So there's no obviously official things; it's just fan theories. But I like seeing that.
Oh, I
stuff.
actually have to go talk to Eris. Sucks.
Rip. About what?
Just being like, leaving on this mission, Mom.
Gotta tell the girl. Wait, that's the Shinra entrance? HQ entrance? I don't think so.
Yeah, and they definitely changed that for the remake. Gotta make Shinra the biggest thing in the world.
Aerith. Wait, did they call her Eris or Aerith in this?
It's definitely Aerith.
Ugh, God. Go away. Freaking TH.
I just, not only do I think it sounds stupid, but it's also, it sounds stupid to say. Like, Aerith. It's just, it doesn't seem right when I just say it.
Honestly, if I was having a conversation about, like, this game or, like, games in general, and someone said it as Aerith, even though the FF7 remake says Aerith, I would be like, I'm done with this conversation. Like, if I heard that in real life, someone would be like, oh, my favorite character is Aerith, I'd be like, whom?
Like, the other two names that we mispronounced as a kid, like Yuffie and Tifa, I'm fine with saying Tifa and
Well,
Yuffie.
freaking, that's how it's spelled in the damn game. You can't retcon the game and be like, actually, we meant it to be TH. Like, what? How does that make any sense?
I want to talk to a nerd that says Titus instead of Titus. Who says Titus? That's the dumbest name.
Actually, did you know that Tidus's name is never said because you can change his name.
Which is true, and it's stupid. Why even let him... Why even... Like, in that game, because it's full voice acting, you can't change any of the characters' names except for the main character. So, like, the whole time they can never refer to you by name? Like, it's so stupid looking back. Oh, hey, man! You know, or like, it's him! It's you! You're here!
Yeah, the transitionary period where they have voice acting, but it's still like, oh, it's a Final Fantasy game, you can rename at least a main character, and it's like, oh, just say you and him.
It's just so awkward.
And it's like especially awkward because like Final Fantasy X is like a aggressively romance plot too between Yuna and Tidus.
Is part of surveillance duty. You're the only one.
Tidus. I'm sorry, Yuna.
Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry, Sin. I'm sorry, Jekt. I'm sorry, Blitzball Captain. They should have just released a Blitzball game that was like $30-40. People would have bought it. And it's just Blitzball, but there's like extra modes, obviously, and you can like create your own team and whatever. It could have been like NFL head coach, where like you can like really get into it in terms of like the stats and the player attributes and whatever. They could have done it. It could have came out for $40 and people would have bought it. I guarantee it.
By the way, since we're talking about Final Fantasy X, I just have to do the daily reminder about hello?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Why did... I can't even speed up and like hard crash. Well, that's the end of this part. We'll be doing Budeheim next part.
I guess you can get to it for next time.
Yeah,
and just
I can
save
get
here.
to there.
Okay.
That didn't happen when I was playing casually, but okay.
Yep, that's
the magic of emulation, bros.
We'll see you next time. For once, don't buy sheets because maybe they did this. Curse you, PPSSPP. But we'll see you next time.
That's the first time I've ever seen it crash, so. Okay.
Well,
it just didn't want me to play this game, which I'm fine with. Okay. Bye.